everyone, I'm Kinjal Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Computer Engineering. So here is the part 1 of chapter 3, Parsing Theory, lecture 11. So in last video lecture, we have started one example of operator precedence parsing, and we have performed first 3 steps of operator precedence parsing, and in this lecture, we will learn how to parse the string using operator precedence table. Now, fourth step is to parse the string using precedence table. So to parse the string using precedence table, we need to assign precedence operator between terminal symbols. So here is the input string which we want to parse, that id plus id star id. So to parse the id plus id star id, we will add dollar at the start and at the end of input string. Now we want to establish a relation between each terminal symbol. So first, to establish a relation between dollar and id, we'll check for the relation of dollar and id. So dollar and id has the relation less than, so we'll place less than between dollar and id. We'll place less than between dollar and id, and rest of the input string is as it is. Now we want to establish relation between id and plus. So to establish a relation between id and plus, we will check for the symbol. Here it is greater than, so we'll place greater than relation between id and plus. Now we want to place relation between plus and id. So to establish a relation between plus and id, we will check for the relation in the parsing table. So here from plus to id, it has less than relation. So we will add less than relation between plus and id. Now we want to establish relation between id and star. So we will check for the relation between id and star. So there is greater than relation between id and star. So we will place greater than symbol between id and star. Now we want to place relation between star and id. So we'll check for the relation star and id in the table. So here star and id have less than relation. So we'll place less than between star and id. Now we want to apply the rule on id and dollar. So we'll find the relation of id and dollar which are greater than. So we'll place greater than between id and dollar. So we have assigned precedence operator between each terminal symbols. Now next step is to parse the string. So to parse the string, first step is to scan the input string until first greater than symbol is encountered. Then second step is once greater than symbol is found, then scan backward until less than is encountered. Then third step is the handle is string between less than and greater than. So here is our input string with relation. So we'll scan input string from left to right, and when first greater than is encountered, then we will scan backward until less than is encountered. So here is the first greater than symbol. So now we'll scan backward to find the first greater than symbol. So here is the first greater than symbol. So this less than and greater than symbol represent the handle. So between less than and greater than, the string is id, which is called handle. So here handle id is obtained between less than and greater than. So if we found handle, then we replace this id with its non-terminal symbol. So reduce this by f derives id. So here id has been replaced by f. Now again we'll scan from the left to right until first greater than is encountered. Now here we found first greater than symbol. So now we'll scan backward until less than symbol is encountered. Okay, so here is the less than symbol. So handle is between less than and greater than. So here between less than and greater than there is string id. So handle id is obtained between less than and greater than. So reduce this by f derives id. So this id will be replaced by f. Now again we will scan from left to right until first greater than symbol is encountered. So here we found first greater than symbol. So we will scan backward until first less than symbol is encountered. Now we found the string between less than and greater than, which is id. So handle id is obtained between less than and greater than. So reduce this by f derives id. So here id has been replaced with f. Now next step is to perform appropriate reduction of all non-terminals. As to derive plus, there is production in the grammar is E plus T. So we need to replace this F with E and we need to replace this F with T. And to derive T star F, we need to replace second F with T and third F with F as it is. So here is the our transformation after performing the appropriate reduction, that E plus T and T star F. Okay. Now remove all non-terminals. As we have established relation between terminal symbols only, so remove all the non-terminals and repeat the process, that establish relation between each terminal symbols of this string. So here is the relation, that between dollar and plus there is less than relation. Then between between plus and star there is less than relation, and between star and dollar there is greater than relation. This relation has been placed using the operator precedence parser, which we have already discussed. Now next step is to scan the input string until first greater than is encountered. So from left to right, first greater than symbol is here. Now after finding the greater than symbol, scan backward until first less than is encountered. So here is the first less than. So this is our handle. So this star operator is surrounded by less than and greater than. This indicates star becomes handle. Now here star represent the T star F production. So reduce this T star F by its left hand side, which is T. So reduce by T derives T star F. So this star will be replaced by T. Now next step is to remove non-terminal. So we'll remove T. So now star has been passed, means id star id string has been passed. Now we want to pass the string plus. So here again we have established a relation between dollar and plus and dollar, which are less than and greater than. Now we will again repeat the process. First we have established the relation between these terminal symbols. Next step is to scan this input from left to right and encounter first greater than symbol. So here is the first greater than symbol. Then after finding the greater than symbol, scan left to find the first less than symbol. So here is the less than symbol. So between less than and greater than, there is one string which is plus, which denote E plus T. So now our handle is plus. So we'll reduce E plus T with E. And next step is to remove that E. So we have string dollar dollar. So once we found dollar dollar, so we can say that parsing has been done successfully. Next topic is how to find operator precedence function. So to find operator precedence function, first create functions f of a and g of a for each a, that is terminal or dollar. So if a is terminal symbol, then create two functions for a. First one is f of a and second one is g of a. So in this example, A equals to plus star and ID. There are three terminal symbols and one is dollar. So create two functions for each terminal symbols. For plus, create f of plus, then for star f of star, then for ID f of ID, then for dollar f of dollar. Now create g functions for each terminal symbols, which are g plus, g star, GID and G dollar. So these are the 8 functions we have created for each terminal symbols. Now next step is to partition the symbols in as many as groups possible in such a way that if f of A and B are in same group, if A equals to B, means if there is relation equals to between A and B, then and then f of A and g of B will be in same group. Otherwise, partition all the functions in different groups. Like this, here we have partitioned each terminal symbols in different groups as there is no equals to relation in this table. If there is equals to relation between A and B, then we have to place that A and B in single group. Now third step is to place an edge between two groups. So if A less than B, then place an edge from the group of G of B to the group of F of A. From the group G of B to the group of F of A. Means if there is less than symbol, then we will draw backward arrow. And if there is greater than symbol between A and B, means if there is relation if A greater than B, then place an edge from the group of F of A to the group of G of B. Means then we will draw an edge from F of A to G of B. Means if there is greater than symbol, then draw forward edge, and if there is less than symbol, then draw backward edge. So here is the table. Our row represent F functions and column represent G functions. So we will compute or we will place an edge column wise. So first shell is from F plus to G plus. So from F plus to G plus has relation greater than. So we will draw forward arrow between F plus and G plus. So we will place forward edge from F plus to G plus. Now next is F star to G plus. So as between F star and G plus there is greater than symbol. So we will place forward arrow between F star and G plus. So from F star to G plus we will place forward edge. Now third is FID to G plus. So between FID and G plus there is greater than relation. So we'll place forward edge from FID to G plus. Now fourth is F dollar to G plus. So F dollar and G plus has less than symbol. So we'll place backward arrow from F dollar to G plus. As there is less than symbol, so we'll place edge from G plus to F dollar. From G plus to F dollar. Okay, now second column. So from F plus to G star there is less than symbol. So we will place backward edge. So we will place edge from G star to F plus. Now F star to G star has greater than symbol. So we will place forward edge from F star to G star. Now third is FID to G star has greater than symbol. So we'll place forward edge from FID to G star. FID to G star has forward edge. And F dollar to G star has less than relation. So we'll place backward arrow from G plus to F dollar. So we'll place an edge from G star to F dollar. Now for third column, so F plus to GID has less than symbol. So we'll place edge from G of ID to F of plus. Then next is F star to ID. So we'll place edge from G of ID to F star. Now From f of id to g of id, there is blank, so no age will be placed for this relation. Now, next is f dollar to gid. So, we'll place backward age from g of id to f dollar. From g of id to f dollar, place an age. Now we will place an age for last column. So f plus $2 has greater than relation. So we'll place forward arrow from f plus 2 g dollar. So from f plus 2 g dollar, place an age. Now from f star to g dollar. So f star to g dollar has greater than symbol. So draw an forward edge from f star to g dollar. Now third is FID to G dollar. So between FID and G dollar there is greater than symbol. So draw an forward edge. F of ID to G dollar. F of ID to G dollar, draw forward edge. Now in last column from F of dollar to G of dollar there is blank. So no more edges will be placed in this graph. Now last step is to find the length of each terminal symbol. So if the constructed graph has a cycle, then no precedence functions exist. Where there are no cycles, collect the length of the longest paths from group of f of a and g of b respectively. Means we want to find precedence functions for each terminal symbol. So to find the precedence function of terminal symbols, so we want to find the length of each terminal symbol in such a way that there is no cycles in it, as precedence function has no cycles. So we need to find the final symbols where there are no outer edges from that symbol. For example, f dollar and g dollar are the states which have no outer edges. So our final symbols are f dollar and g dollar. Except f dollar and g dollar, all these states have outer edges. So we will find the longest path from each terminal symbols to either f of dollar or g of dollar. Now it is not necessary that if you are finding the g of id, then your final state will be g of dollar only. It can be f of dollar or g of dollar for both the groups. As our final symbols are f of dollar and g of dollar. Why? Because there are no outer edges in the f dollar and g dollar. Okay, so we'll find the longest path where there is no cycle in it. So we'll find the functions f plus first. So from f plus to g plus and g plus to f dollar, this is the longest path from all. So it has 2 value. Now next we'll find for the g plus. So from g plus to f dollar, there is only one edge between g plus and f dollar. So our longest path for g plus is 1. Now we want to find the longest path for f star. So for f star, the longest path is toward f dollar final symbol, which is from f star to g star, then g star to f plus to g plus, and g plus to f dollar. So the longest value is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So f star has the 4 value. Now next we want to find the longest path for G star. So here is the G star node. Now we want to find the longest path toward either f dollar or g dollar. So here is the longest path, that from G star to f plus, from f plus to g plus, and from g plus to f dollar. So the value is 1, 2 and 3. So this has value 3. Now we want to find the longest path for f dollar. Sorry. Now we want to find the longest path for f of id. So from FID toward either f dollar or g dollar. So here we found the longest path from f of id to f dollar, from f of id to g star, to f plus, to g plus, to f dollar. So the value is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the value of f of id is 4. Now next we want to find the function for g of id. So from g of id toward either f of dollar or g of dollar. So from g of id to f star to g star to f plus to g plus to f dollar. This is the longest path from all, which has count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So from g of id to f dollar, the path value is 4. So sorry, from g of id to f dollar, the path value is 5. So the function of g of id is 5. Now we want to find the function f dollar. So as f dollar is a final symbol, as there are no outer edges, so it has value 0. Same for the g dollar, as g dollar is the final state, so there are no outer edges in g dollar, so the value of g dollar is 0. So this is the function table of operator precedence parsing. So this is how we can find the functions for each terminal symbols. So in this video lecture, we have learned how to parse the string and how to find the operator precedence function. Thank you.